This is Frank, and today I've got a new model that I just built. This is a Tupolev TU-144 Supersonic Transport. This was sort of at about the same time as the Concorde was developed and flown by the Soviets, this particular model. It had a different wing shape, so a double cranked delta, and that had better high-speed performance. It could go a little bit faster, but low-speed performance, it had less lift, so they had to add these very thin canards that could fold out for landing, and that was mixed with some down elevon to generate more lift for landing. And so that was kind of the unique feature of it. It had larger, longer intakes on the bottom for the engines, and I had to run in afterburner with the original engines the entire time it was trying to stay supersonic. Later on they developed some engines that didn't require afterburning to maintain speed and gave them longer range. Anyway, this isn't modeled very often, but so I've done this in a similar way as I did my Concorde. So I've used some lightweight rocketry body tubing that I've slotted, and the wing goes through a slot that's very low in the tube. And it's got a lightweight polypropylene nose cone that I slotted and put in some styrene canards and glued them in place. And then I covered it with oracal automotive vinyl because it's very hard to get paint to stick to polypropylene. And the polypropylene, this cone is flexy, so if you were to squeeze it, even after you got the paint on and it looked okay, it could pop or peel off. So I've just gone with the vinyl. It's a 6mm depron wing with a 3mm spar straight across with elevon controls, 6mm tail that's slotted into the body tube, and I've angle cut the rear of the body tube to sort of simulate the Stinger, and that allows me to inset the motor a bit to help with CG. I didn't need any nose weight. This is running a 800 milliamp hour 3-cell LiPo velcroed in the nose. The nose just slides off and you plug it in and you slide it back on again for flight. It's a 2208 1800 kV motor with an APC 6.4 prop and a small, very lightweight 20 amp speed control in the body. And again, just elevon controls. The intakes are modeled with 6mm depron with 3mm cover plates that hide the servos, and I covered it with some of that oracal vinyl as well, just to help with road rash resistance. I land on either grass or Geotex matting, which isn't abrasive, so I just need something to help keep it from getting dirty, basically. The markings are done just with oracal vinyl that I heat up with a hot hair dryer and push into the foam, and it conforms really well. Panel lines were done with a Sharpie marker, and you can see it's got the little down crank on the canards, and model weighs 11 ounces, ready to fly. The markings are roughly based on one of the early models, and I put some CCCP lettering because that's all I had left in my stash. I didn't have any numbers left in the size that I want, so I just sort of used what I had to kind of make it look more or less close. Gives me about 7-minute runtime with that combo. The videos you're going to see, the video is it's a maiden flight, so I had to trim it real quickly, and it was a little bit gusty, and there was a little bit of sprinkly rain, so I only did a 5-minute flight or so and came in and landed. But I flew it with a little bit heavier battery. I've got one that weighs about 1/4 ounce more with the same capacity, and I flew it with both, and it flies a little better with the lighter battery, so it's just a tad nose heavy with the stock battery. But anyway, it flies real nice roll rate, not too much forward stick on inverted, and you can see the wing shape's a little bit different. The real model, actually, the nose would articulate downward for landing just like the Concorde did, and they had a little retractable bumper wheel in the back to keep the tail from striking. This landed at a higher angle of attack than the Concorde did, but kind of a neat model, and I hope you enjoy it. Taking off to the right. pretty close trim for
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sounds pretty nice. That was a pretty close to trim. Yeah, it's white on white. It's not hard to see it. Okay, stay out here with a little brighter.
It's fine. Hey, Sal. Do you have the Kleenexes ready?
What time?
Do you have the Kleenexes ready? Because when I land, I need to wipe this thing immediately. All right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it flies inverted pretty nice. Four points are nice. We're going to need too much altitude. We're going to need too much altitude in the 4 point. Oh, that's pretty nice. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's balanced just about perfectly, I think. That'll be a really low, hold on. I might try it with the lighter battery, but you don't have to do that.
All right, have fun.